Yeah.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Well, I'd like to welcome you to the Living in Light Church, an independent spiritualist church. And our services are the first and third Sundays of each month. Please turn off or silence your cell phones. We don't want any interruptions. I'm the Reverend Sandra Deckinger, and I will be chairing the service today. We have coffee, hot, and bottled water, and the restrooms are out the door and in the other building. We also have library books in the back, and we ask for a $1 donation to check them out for up to 6 months. We have a healing book, and you can add the names of those people who would like to get healing. On the opposite page is where you can put the names of those who have crossed over to the other side recently. They can also use our prayers and our help. We are joined today by Reverend Bob, and we're also by our student minister, Reverend in training, Avery. And now, it's so hot, why don't we just remain seated and we'll sing the opening hymn.
Which is?
How about 155? And I have to get my hymn book. Okay. I come to the garden alone, while the dew is still on the roses, and the voice I hear falling on my ear, the Son of God discloses. And he walks with me, and he talks with me, and he tells me I am his own. And the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known. He speaks, and the sound of his voice is so sweet, the birds hush their singing, and the melody that he gave to me within my heart is singing. And he walks with me, and he talks with me, and he tells me I am his own. And the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known. I stay in the garden with him, though the night around me be failing, and he bids me go through the voice of woe. His voice to me is calling, and he walks with me, and he talks with me, and he tells me I am his own. And the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known.
I'm going to go to the office and see if we can draw.
Infinite Spirit, we come together to brighten our own spiritual lights in your presence. We thank thee for the opportunities to learn our life lessons for a better understanding of unconditional love. We abide by the laws of nature and recognize their value. We understand the quest for spirituality may not be easy, but it is worthwhile. We thank you for providing a place for us to learn. We thank you for providing companions along the way. We thank you for being able to join together as a community in this place. Amen.
Amen.
And now we're going to read the principles, and they're in the inside front cover of your book. We believe in infinite intelligence. We believe that the phenomena of nature, both physical and spiritual, are an expression of infinite intelligence. We affirm that a correct understanding of such expression and living in accordance therewith constitute true religion. We affirm that the existence and personal identity of the individual continue after the change called death. We affirm that communication with the so-called dead is a fact, scientifically proven by the phenomena of spiritualism. We believe that the highest morality is contained in the Golden Rule: do unto others as you would have them do unto you. We affirm the moral responsibility of individuals, and that we make our own happiness or unhappiness as we obey or disobey nature's physical and spiritual laws. We affirm that the doorway to reformation is never closed against any soul, here or hereafter. We affirm that the precepts of prophecy and healing are divine attributes proven through mediumship. Sometimes, or someday, when you want to meditate and, gee, I can't think of a thing to meditate on, take one of these principles and see how far you can move along with it. The healing portion of this service will be led by Avery, and I will be taking a chair, and Robert will be taking a chair. Avery?
We have a healing book for those who are unable to attend the service. If you know someone who you feel could use a healing and you have not done so, please add their name to the list now. As part of the healing service, we will be singing the healing hymn and reciting the healing prayer. I will then ask the spirit healers to station themselves at the healing chairs and invite those of you who wish to receive a personal healing. If you would like a healing but have trouble getting to one of our healing chairs, please raise your hand and a healer will come to you. Please be aware that healing is about working energy provided by spirits who have chosen the healing mediums to send their spiritual energy through. In order to become a certified commissioned healer, practicing healers need to provide at least 3 affidavits. If you feel you have received some benefit of healing, we ask that you fill out one of the affidavits to help them. Currently, myself, Charles, and Sandra need these affidavits. Please remain seated as we now recite the healing hymn to help us get into a higher vibration of healing space and energy. And the healing hymn will be hymn number 109, the He Healeth Me, verses 1 and 2. He healeth me, O blessed thought, all words with heavenly cause. hymnal books on the very first page. I ask this great unseen healing force to remove all obstructions from my mind and body, and to restore me to perfect health. I ask this in all sincerity and honesty, and I will do my part. I ask this great unseen healing force to help both present and absent ones who are in need of help, and to restore them to perfect health. I put my trust in the love and power of God. And now, I ask the spiritual healers to take their place as the healing chairs are now open for those who wish to receive a hands-on healing. The healers will ask your permission for the laying on of hands and will only touch your shoulders. If you do not feel comfortable with someone touching you, please let the healers know and they will adjust themselves to make no contact. Hands are the focal point of spiritual energy, coming from the spirit world and passing through the healer's hands into the one requesting to be healed. It is helpful for the one in need to be mindful of the gift being shared and to think of themselves as being restored by this action. I would like to offer a meditation, and it is recommended that you keep your legs and arms unfolded while sitting in a relaxed state. This healing meditation will bring about a peaceful feeling to the group, which is conducive to the vibration of spirit, the pyramid, and the healing lights. Let the spirit healers come forth, and we ask them to heal us today. Take a nice, deep, relaxing breath. Allow your body to relax. It is time to rejuvenate, to heal. Let any tension release from your body. Take another deep breath and allow your body to relax. Close your eyes and envision a pyramid. This pyramid is made of crystal, and while pyramids point up, have this one point toward you. Think of it pointing right in the middle of your forehead, that it infusing you with light and love. Give yourself a conviction of being adept at whatever you wish and giving you the energy to do it. The pyramid emits a golden light into your forehead, allowing that light to enter your body and fill it up with a bright, glowing golden light. Bring that golden light down your arms and into your hands. With the light flows a gift that turns your hands green, which gives you the right of laying on of hands and brings healing and health. Forgive yourself for anything that you think you should have done, did, or did not do. All you need within you is the God within and the God without. Think of yourself now as a golden light in the dark wilderness. A golden light that gives total and complete sanction and love to so many weary travelers, so many people that have taken up the lance of dislike and fallen on it. Be there for each other and for anyone who needs you. You will not be drained. In your work, in your business, in your everyday life, to share some of that light. Share the essence of that golden light with every single person. In the supermarket, everywhere you go, let it shine. Let the love, the sanction, the tolerance, the forgiveness shine out of you with complete forgiveness and grace. Send it out to those in need today. Let that light shine into every corner of your life. All of our lights become infused together. Our lights spotlight the heavens like the starry night sky. The infinite intelligence sees what we do. It sees what we are becoming. This is our way to show it. Think of warm water coming through coming through the very top of your head. Feel it rinsing. Feel hot, warm water. Feel it cleansing, even inside, getting rid of all the toxicity, all the darkness. Rinse it through. Rinse it all the way down your body. Stand there with this warm, wonderful, life-giving force. Warm, comforting, rinsing over your entire body. Baptizing, comforting. Feel every part of your body knit and heal. Keep that golden light with you through all your week. Allow yourself to share it with others. Let them see your light. And now, start to bring yourself up with the energy of spirit. We have a healing chair available. And at this time, I will go ahead and read from the tribute to those that have crossed over. And now I'll be reading from the healing list for that of July. Eric. If there are any names that I have not said, you may say them now silently or out loud if you wish. At this time, I will read at this time, I would like to also pray for the children of this earth, emergency responders, doctors, nurses, and especially for those who are in need. And this now concludes the healing service. And I'd like to thank the healers, and they are now free to sit when they are done performing the healing service. Some of our healers are training to become commissioned healers and are required a minimum of 3 affidavits as part of the requirement. If you received a beneficial healing, we ask that you fill out an affidavit for the benefit, which is available at the back of the church. Thank you very much.
I would like to introduce our speaker for today, Reverend Bob, and I think you all know him. Let us start off with a hymn on page 44, Higher Ground. Three verses or 4? I'm passing on the upper way, the heights I'm gaining every day. I'll run along, bound. I'll plant my feet on higher ground. Lift me up and let me stand by faith on heaven's tableland, a higher plane than I have found. Lord, plant my feet on higher ground. My heart has no desire to stay where doubts arise and fear dismay. Down my well where these abound, my heart waits higher ground. Lord, lift me up and let me stand by faith on heaven's tableland, a higher plane than I have found. Lord, plant my feet on higher ground.
Skip 3.
I want to scale the utmost height and catch a gleam of glory light. That's what I am found. Lord, lead me on to higher ground. Lord, lift me up and let me stand by faith on heaven's tableland, a higher plane that I have found. Lord, let my feet on higher ground. Reverend Bob.
Thank you, Sandy. Well, I guess most of you know who I am. I'm Reverend Robert Ingold. Normally, I participate in the healing. I'm glad that Avery stepped up. Charles. I get them mixed up sometimes. They look like twins. But normally I do healing, I kind of get heated up, and I actually start to sweat a little bit. But sitting there, I was already sweating, so if I was up there, people would probably, I would start raining on them. I didn't want to do that. It's like, ew, I don't want to get a healing from that guy. So I am giving a talk today. It's been hot for these past several days, as you all have noticed. The air conditioner, it's supposed to be run by the city here. It's not run by the community center. And I went over there a couple times and knocked on the door, but nobody's coming to the door. So we just have to wait it out. I know that there's been some times in the past where the service is over, we're packed up, we're ready to go out the door, and then I hear the air conditioner turn on. So maybe it's on a time delay. Oh well, but anyway, today I'm giving a talk on Independence Day. Some of you may have probably heard the fireworks going off. And it's like, for me, where I'm at, it was till 4 a.m. I was still hearing fireworks going off. So this is our salute to the United States for the Declaration of Independence that separated itself from British rule. So we end the evening on July 4th with a display of fireworks, like I've been talking about. But how did the fireworks become part of this celebration? On the evening of July 3rd in 1776, while the final draft was still being worked out, John Adams penned a letter to his wife that said, "The second day of July, 1776, will be the most memorable epoch in the history of America. I am apt to believe that it will be celebrated by succeeding generations as a great anniversary festival. It ought to be solemnized with pomp and parade, with shrews, games, sports, guns, bells, bonfires, and illumination from one end of the continent to the other, from this time forward, forevermore." The Declaration of Independence was read to the militia troops on July 8th. And the first Independence Day did not occur until the following year, at 1777. Ships gathering in the river by the city, and each in turn gave a 13-cannon salute. When the evening turned dark, 13 rockets were sent up into the air to deliver their shower. This established the tradition, but by 1812, the public became concerned over the safety of cannons and gunfire. As part of the tradition was phased out, fireworks substituted, became the mainstay of our celebration for this day. And I'd like to do a little sidebar. There was a couple of years that I helped out with the fireworks show professionally, one of the professional ones, and it was over in Alameda. And they had all the mortars aimed out over the water between Alameda and Oakland. And so that first year that I helped out, once everything was wired, ready to go, and the show was ready to start, they said, Anybody that had a hard hat could stand there at ground zero where the launch was taking place. Well, because it was my first time, I had no idea, so I didn't have a hard hat, so I had to get back with everybody else. The next year, when I came, I made sure that I had a hard hat, because I want to be at ground zero when this thing's going to happen. And so I got there, and what I noticed was all the mortars were now aimed straight up. They weren't aimed out over the water, they were aimed straight up. And they said because of this, nobody was allowed to stand at ground zero. And it's like, so I still had to get back with the other people. The reason for this is because one of the fireworks didn't go off. And it's like, they're like coconuts. They're the size of coconuts. These things are launched in the air. And it just launched over the water to the other side in Oakland and landed in a parking lot. And they found it the next day. And so that's the reason why everything got aimed up this way. So that's kind of part of the reason why we have safety issues, and the reason why in 1812 they didn't really like people shooting cannons and guns for the same reason. So we can complain about our country and its politics because we have a right to. Some other countries can't do this. In Russia, if you criticize your country, off to prison you go. We may not think too much of our government, but there is a time each year that we do celebrate it. Back when ships were made of wood and men were made of iron, we created a society that became the envy of the world. We had human rights, free trade, a liberal democracy, and choices of religion, all because we would not be suppressed by another country. Even today, people are beating a path to our doors to be free and not have the suffering of burdens of their own homeland's oppressions. We have education here that leaves us with nearly 100% literacy. The country was founded on Christianity, which is changing, but we still have the right to practice our beliefs in other religions as we search for our spiritual truths. We have these things because of 1776. Several events coalesced together back then that allowed Independence Day to develop. Thomas Paine was one of the American founding fathers who wrote the pamphlet Common Sense. It was about how we should claim our independence from British rule that caused an immediate sensation and stirred the hearts of the people. Edward Gibbons wrote The History and the Decline of the Fall of the Roman Empire, which challenged an oppressive church rule. This too awoke the population. Adam Smith wrote about modern economics, which was released at around the same time that the first steam engine was invented. This illustrated the possibility of futures of finance, which created an appetite for prosperity. After the signing of the Declaration, the Liberty Bell was rung. Just 4 days after, a little over a month later, the battle for Long Island was won, which helped to boost morale. In December of 1776, Benjamin Franklin went to France to enlist the aid of that country to beat back the British, which ultimately this was accomplished. During the time of these events, great literary works were being written. Lemuel Haynes wrote of his fellow African Americans, "Liberty is equally as precious to a black man as it is to a white one, and the bondage equally as intolerable to the one as to the other." James Madison made sure that the Virginia Declaration of Rights included all men are equally entitled to the free exercise of religion according to the dictates of conscience. Thomas Jefferson was credited with adding the text to the Declaration, "Self-evident that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness." I'm sure you've heard that before. Such were the promising ideologies of a human spirit that the new Americans could not be crushed. During the time of the pioneers, the white man and the Native American did not get along. The natives didn't think too much of the Westerners because they didn't live by the spiritual ways that they did themselves. But even they had to admit that they admired how the whites paid reverence to the American flag. The ceremonial practice of raising the flag in the morning and taking it down in the evening, and not letting the flag touch the ground were witnessed by the indigenous. Some of these natives were impressed enough to draw the American flag on their shields and mandalas. Our country was created with such high-value morals, and people were motivated to do the right thing so that we can still sit here today and talk about spiritualism, the other side, and the spirits without being subjected to harassment. That spirit continues throughout the history of America, even in darker times, such as during our Civil War, and even spiritualism can take some credit for changing the face of our history. President Abraham Lincoln's wife, the First Lady, Mary Todd, had become attracted to spiritualism and invited seances to take place at the White House. It was during one of these seances that Lincoln was present when Nettie Colburn Maynard, and she's up here on our chart of history, went into trance. While in trance, spirits encouraged Lincoln to proceed with the Emancipation Proclamation. At that time, Lincoln was hesitant to enact it because there was so much opposition to the freedom of slaves. He was told that he would be remembered throughout history for having enacted it. After the seance ended, Lincoln addressed the group when he said this seance was about will change the course of America. From that statement, it was clear that we had decided to move forward with it, and we have a spiritualist seance to thank for the freedom of African Americans. Lincoln's son, Robert Todd Lincoln, aspired to go into politics, but he had a problem. His mother was a spiritualist, which he felt could hinder his run for office, and that's why Mary Todd was sent to an asylum and labeled as crazy. It didn't take long for the institution staff to realize that Mary was not crazy, and she was released. Robert also rifled through his father's papers and destroyed any documents about seances and spiritualism, so nothing would stand in his way to run for office, and his efforts did not come to fruition. In our more recent history, when President Obama took office, the spirit of Abraham Lincoln helped by trying to influence him in matters of politics from the other side. I assume this was because he was the first black president, which would have intrigued Lincoln. So I wanted to thank you for that talk and realize that even the religion that we belong to here has had an influence in history. So, thank you.
Thank you very much, Robert.
Thanks.
I have one other thing to say. It took over 150 years for the Constitution to recognize that women were equal. And now it's time for the love offering.
Okay.
We accept these gifts of love that will help us to continue our love of spiritualism. We ask your blessings upon the gift and the cheerful givers who seek to assist us in keeping this church as a lighthouse for the seeker of truth. In the name of love, amen. Thank you. Okay. Reverend Bob has some things he would like to chat about.
Yes, this is the announcement part of the service. And, excuse me, on the back table, there's a sheet like this. This is for the seances. For people that are interested in attending one of the seances, you can sign your name on the back so that we have a list of people, and when it gets big enough, then we'll actually have a seance, which could take place in San Jose, or it could be up in San Francisco, because that's where Sandy lives. So I'll just read what it says here. We will schedule to accommodate as many as we can. Meetings are available in San Francisco or San Jose, depending on the number of people and site preferences. The cost is $30. We expect the session to last about 2 hours. We will attempt to demonstrate some form of physical mediumship, such as table tipping. Each person will receive direct communication from one of Reverend Sandy's spirit guides, who is available to answer your questions. So again, we have papers in the back. Somebody already called me up, and so I put their name on the list. So we got one. Let's see. And also, Minister in Training Avery Babin has been trying to get certified to become a healer, a medium. And he's been doing some really good work. He's done all official paperwork, and I would like to present him with a certificate. This is a mediumship certificate that certifies that Avery Babin has satisfactorily completed all the requirements prescribed to become a medium, and is therefore recognized as a certified spiritual medium of the Living in Light Church, given this day, the 7th of July, the year 2024. So here you go, sir. Oh, picture time.
Hand it to him.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah. Huh? We got.
two of you stand together. Stand together.
Oh, okay.
You like each other.
Yeah,
Finally.
Sort of.
There we go.
Thank you.
Finally got my mediumship certificate.
Yeah.
Next is my healing certificate.
So now you can put that on your list.
Yeah.
It's like, of your bio. You can put it on your bio.
Yeah.
Let's see what else.
Thank you, Bob.
Sure. Also in the back, I'm selling my own book, which is Your Divine Light. It's been up there for a while now. It's like, but if you're interested, take a look at it. It's the first book that I've written, and I received a spirit message from one of the other mediums saying that I'm going to be writing my second book at the turn of the year, so starting in 2025, and that's the window in which to do it. They said if I don't do it now, it's not going to happen. At that time, it's not going to happen. So I'll be writing another book. We have some stickers in the back if you're interested. It's for a $1 donation. There's like, they are Living in Light Church ones. They look pretty good. They're very nice and professional, so I like that. Let's see. Oh, we do have a membership. If you are interested in becoming a member of this church, it's $15 annually. There's an application form in the back, and that entitles you to vote at the, we have one meeting in January of every year to vote for officers for our board. And I think that's going to be it. We just had a special board meeting for Avery in order to review all the documents that he provided us, which entitled him to get the certificate. And I think that's it for announcements. Would you want me to announce the spirit message, or you gonna? Okay.
It's now time for spiritual greetings. We request that you remain seated and not move around too much. If you have to get up, please be quiet and move to the rear of the room. Do not go between the medium and the person that they're reading. That cuts the communication off, and sometimes the mediums can have a problem with this. If you believe that you have an evidential spirit message, we invite you to fill out an affidavit, as student mediums are required to obtain 3 to become certified. Currently, that is Lynn and Robert.
Yeah.
I have have to take Avery's name off the list.
I know.
He's not here
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah, he doesn't get
Wait,
that.
what?
You know, you're not on the student list anymore.
No.
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 Robert, you want to give messages?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
Avery.
I'll give messages too.
Okay. Avery, would you please start off? We have 3. You could do 3 or 4.
Okay. Good morning, family.
Good morning.
It is always an honor, a blessing, and a pleasure to serve Spirit. Hello, in the very, very back. How are you, young lady?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. May I hear your name, please? I'm being very, very drawn to you. Someone is drawing me near to you. I feel like this would be there's a male's rate of vibration that comes directly behind you. And as he steps in, it feels like a grandfatherly rate of vibration or a fatherly rate of vibration. And he comes through, he's got like grayish hair, and his hair kind of like parted, okay? His hair like parted in the center, and he's like placing his hands on the center. I'm not sure if you're aware of this person or not, but he is directly behind you. He places his hands on your shoulder. He's trying to ground you. And what he is saying is that he's been trying to communicate with you and saying that this is like a new life. This is like a new life for you. You're in the new chapter of your life. Would you understand what he's trying to tell you?
I think so.
Okay, you yourself are aware of spirit, and I think sometimes you have been kind of second guessing that. Spirit kind of like whispers in your ear, but also you get messages through dreams. All right, do you understand that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because you get messages through dreams very, very clearly. And they're saying pay very close attention to that. Pay close attention to your dreams, okay? And the way he is saying that is have a notebook handy and a pen handy, and also write down what you see, because it's almost like you're seeing things in like succession. I don't know how to say this, but it's like it's 1, 2, 3, huh?
One after the other.
Yeah, one after the other. And do you understand what I'm saying? So write down what you have in your dreams, because you have very vivid dreams, okay? So pay attention to your dreams, okay? There's also a woman that comes through. She also feels very grandmotherly. They're coming in on the mother's side of the house, okay? I'm going to give that to you, love and blessings. God bless you, all right? And they're very happy. This was not an accident that the two of you guys come together, okay? God bless you guys. All right. Okay, I'm being pulled right to you.
Oh, yes, Avery, thank you.
How are you?
Fine.
Good, good, good. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Chiming of the bells, chiming of the bells. I'm getting chiming of the bells.
Yes, yes,
You understand that?
yes, I do.
This is coming from what I feel as a brotherly rate of vibration.
Yeah.
That person has never come before. He's coming through. And what he's telling me is that you are very antsy or something, or that you're very anxious about something. What he's telling me is that you got to kind of like sit back or sit down and just kind of relax. Okay? You've been very, very anxious, and that just take it easy. He's even like, as you're sitting down, he's just kind of like giving you a little bit of pressure, not too much pressure, but pressure enough, and just like letting you know to just sit and just kind of relax, okay? The other two that are coming in are your mother and your father.
Okay.
And then they're bringing in the snow. They're bringing in the snow because for me, snow means joy. Do you understand? Okay? Snow for me means joy. And then even though it's snowing, and usually when snow comes in, there's no flowers that really show up. But for me, there's like green flowers that are popping up, which means that green, with the color green, I get like money or something like that. Okay? Green for the color of money. And they're saying that everything's going to be okay, but for you, what you need to do is just kind of step back and allow for everything to be okay. Okay?
All right.
Just trust. Let go, because you're holding on tight. What I'm seeing is you're doing this. You're doing this. You gotta let go. Just, okay? Love and blessings to you. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Great. Good to see you.
Good to see you. And my name is.
Wonderful. Nice to meet you. I know you've been here before. Do you have a sister in spirit?
I have a brother.
You have a brother. There is a woman who's coming in on the behind you.
I know who it is. Go on.
Okay, wonderful. This woman that's behind you, and she has reddish hair, or that's how she's presenting. That's how I'm seeing her. She has the reddish hair, and she is about 5'6", 5'7". She also has glasses on. She's giving me, boy, she's got a lot of energy here. She's very energetic. I don't know how she passed, and that's actually not very. That doesn't matter, actually. What matters is she's very happy to come and talk to you. What's the message? She's pushing you. She's pushing you. She's just trying to nudge you. She wants you to move forward. You're holding on to something, or you're holding, but you got to move forward. Okay? Would you understand that?
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
You're holding on too hard, but she's pushing you. She's like, "No, sister, you got to move forward."
Yes, she's right.
And the reason why I asked you if she was your sister, because in life, you and her were so damn close.
Yes.
Excuse my French,
Yes.
but you and her were so close.
Yes.
Okay? And she loves you so much. She shows me 2 glasses of wine, actually. I don't know if you guys drink wine or not, but she shows me 2 glasses of wine.
Well, I love her.
Uh-huh.
I love her. It's coming together in my head.
Okay.
It's coming together, and like all messages, when I'm driving home, I'll get it.
Okay, okay. Yeah, there's something that is also like you're holding on for some reason. Stop holding on for dear life and just move, go forward, okay? And what it is she's saying she's going to be there for you on that other side when you step forward, okay? Okay? And don't be afraid, okay? She's got you, okay? You're not going to fall. All right, do you understand that? God bless you.
Thank you.
Love and blessings. All right, I have one more. The spirit's just like all around right now. They're just like, hello, 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 hello. Like, yeah. Ma'am? Hi there. How are you? Good. May I have your name, please? Wonderful to meet you. Is this your first time? Okay. I just give what I get. Okay, so just bear with me. There's a woman that's directly behind you. As I see her, and you may not understand who she is or anything like that, but the Spirit just shows me who they are. There's a woman with a cane. Okay, this woman walks around with a cane, and she was in life. She kind of walked a little bit like she had like back pain or something like that, or she was, I don't know, she was kind of like bent over a little bit, and she kind of walked with a cane, and she's wearing this particular dress, okay? And she's directly behind you. She stands on the other side of the house for you. And she's with you right now, and she's sending you a lot of love. And I'm getting the color yellow, That's the first thing that's coming to my mind is the color yellow. And I want to just say she's bringing you a lot of joy, and she wants to send you a lot of peace and a lot of happiness, because you haven't been feeling happiness lately. Would you understand what she's saying? There's been a little bit of like stress and sadness, okay? And she's talking about like doubt, okay? She's saying you've been in doubt, okay? But to trust, okay? There's something that you've been doubting, but to trust in her. And I don't know what this is, because sometimes as a medium, like spirits will give you something, and it's kind of like hard to understand what they're giving you. So I apologize, okay? There's been a situation in your life that's been a little bit rocky, okay? And it's just been a little bit, I'm just gonna say it's been very rocky, and you've been very doubtful lately, but just trust that that everything's gonna be okay. And I'm not trying to get into your business or anything like that, but just trust that everything's gonna go in the right direction. All right, love and blessings for you. That's all I have. Thank you very much.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Hi. I feel like I'm waving my hand with glitter coming off it and see where the glitter sticks. And I'm getting both ends. I'm going to go to you. I got your name right this time. Okay, I'm going to use glitter sticking over here. As I close my eyes, I can see your shirt, and you've got stripes on it that are straight, but then they started getting wavy, like you're on an ocean, like you're wavy. Things are going up and down for you. Things seem a little unsettled with you. Things are not as stable as you would like them to be, but that's okay. That's okay. And it's like, if things were just steady and just flat all the time, life would be boring. I want to go to finances. Something's unstable with your finances right now. So that can give heart palpitations. But it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not like really big steep climbs and falling really down low. It's just kind of wavy. Kind of like what everybody goes through. So there's nothing special with you that you need to be worried about. I see money come, money go, but you're pretty stable. On the average, if you were to average everything out, you're okay. You're okay. So don't get too worried about that. Things usually bounce back. And you have your family to support you. And I see like a doughboy pool. It's like to help cool yourself off. Now, I guess it could be a regular pool because I'm seeing that color, that aqua color, that beautiful pool color. To help relax, I go, finally get rid of this heat. So I see you in water more often now. So if you have the opportunity to go to a pool, even if it's a little toy pool, go ahead and do it. And that's the message that I have for you.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. And then there was something on this side. I want to go back.
Yeah.
Okay. As I close my eyes, I can see you wearing your black t-shirt, and then you just suddenly get bigger and bigger, bigger, like you're filling up this whole room like a giant. So why are you bigger? What is it, your growth pattern that you're succeeding at? Spiritualism, but what else? I want to sway, I want to go this way, I want to go that way. You're interested in this, and you're interested in that, but it's helping you to grow even bigger, to grow stronger. So go ahead and feed that adventurism that you have. something that you're interested in. If you see a pursuit you're interested in, go for it, because it's just going to help you grow all the more. Things you normally wouldn't deal with, or interests that you normally wouldn't have. Someone, well, I don't know about this. Go there anyway. If you have an inkling for it, go there anyway. Follow your heart in that direction, because it's just going to help you, going this way or that way, to make you a bigger person, a better person, a more quality type of person. And now something's getting smoothed out in front of you, like you're wearing a skirt or an apron, and you're smoothing it out, putting things back in order. So you have this back and forth motion, and it's making your apron wrinkle, but then you smooth it out. So that's part of you applying yourself to smoothing things out if things feel a little chaotic. Anything else? It's too hot for coffee. I'm seeing coffee, but it's too hot for drinking coffee. I have coffee every morning, but I put a couple ice cubes in there, so when it makes it, then it cools it off down. Otherwise, I get too hot. Is that what I'm supposed to reveal to you? Is that the message I'm supposed to give you? Because I keep on seeing this coffee pot, like the one that's back there. I have to go with that. I have to go with that. Go ahead and drink coffee, but it's going to be hot, so you want to cool it down. Some people have iced coffee. You don't need to go that far. Lukewarm, put ice cubes and then make it lukewarm, then have your coffee, and then get the benefits of that energy, that stimulation. And that's the message I have for you, okay?
Thank you.
Okay. One more? Okay. I don't want to go to family members, that's cheating. You're right in the middle and you're wearing purple. I would like to come to you if that's okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm really feeding off that purple because I see purple flowers. Pansies, I see purple pansies around you. There's like a laurel of pansies just all around you. Purple, 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 purple. Stop and smell the roses. Purple ones. I suspect you're getting better at now at relaxing. You're getting relaxing. There was a turbulent time for you, but you're past that now, and so now you're able to relax and settle down. You're able to do that more successfully now than you have in the past. So take advantage of that. Yeah, I want to take a deep breath and just relax. More of a meditation kind of thing. It makes you happier. It makes you happier on the inside. And then for you, I see a boat, like a sailboat, but not a real one, like a toy one. A toy one in the water, like playing with water, playing with the boats in the water. Seeing boats in the water, seeing other people, children playing with boats in the water, sails. And you take joy from that. You take joy from seeing the other people taking joy in what they're doing. And that actually helps you. It helps your mood to see others being well. Anything else? I see you like eating something small like jelly beans. I don't know if they are jelly beans, but I see you eating that. So you're taking joy in like mints or something. I see you eating that. Just taking joy in that, just in the simple things. To help ease your mind, calm yourself down, and be more relaxed. Anything else? Just we're back to flowers. So that's the message that I'm getting. Okay, Eric? Okay. That's it for me.
I have to practice. Now, who hasn't had a message yet?
Oh, I haven't had a message.
Oh, you haven't had a message.
Yeah. Just go with it.
let me say that there is a Deborah that is coming close to you, and I feel that she's in a friend's rate of vibration, but not very close, possibly an acquaintance several years ago, and she is with you because she is, like Avery, a minister in training. She is a guide in training, and she will be with you, and she will be learning how to be a guide, because she says, you're a really good example. And she says, I always liked the dogs. I've always liked the dogs, and your sympathy for them and your care for them, she says, it's extraordinary. There has been an incident in your life lately that has you all twisted up. And Spirit is telling me that you are the only one who can untwist it and make it, smoother. To stop getting so involved with it. Think, is this mine or someone else's? And if it's someone else's, they have to work on this. Your problem is to work on yourself so you can be strong and helpful and being you. Deborah says she's very happy to be with you, and she likes the doggies. She likes the doggies. There is one that has something wrong with its back towards the end of the spine. She would like you every day to put your hand there and give it energy. You are a healer. You should be. We will start training you, but that's what you should do with this puppy. Thank you, dear. Can I come into your rate of vibration? Thank you. There's a whole group of people standing behind you, like a semicircle, and they say that they're there for several reasons. One is to give you support, and another is to sort of fend off outside forces that are, I want to say, getting you more and more upset, because this problem with this person, there is nothing you can do about it. This is, everyone has a separate life and a separate path. This person chose their path, and you've done many, many things to turn this person around, get help, but it didn't happen. In the spirit world, you have a nice container of things, good things that you've done. Keep it up, but remember, you're a separate person. You're very separate. There's one lady in the spirit world that comes closer to you. I'm not getting family with this lady. She is about 5'2". She is chubby. I will say that word. I am too. She has red hair, but it's been made that color. She says she was a neighbor of yours, and you used to talk just casually. Well, she's one of the people that is standing behind you and is here to help. The whole group is here to help you. Don't be afraid to ask. Thank you. Let me come to the puppy. He says he's doing much better. He's feeling much better. And he says, thank you. And now I'd like to come to you, please. Right now, I feel sort of unsteady on my feet. I'm sort of rocking back and forth, and, like I'm having problems, being steady. You're being pulled in quite a few different directions, and there's quite a few people telling you, you should do this, you should do that. Some people are trying to push you, and these are not family members. I feel that this is an outside influence, possibly medical or some medical, okay, because these people are wearing white coats and stuff like that. Two Moccasins is here. And he's saying that before you try or take any of their suggestions, go into yourself and ask, is this going to be for my good? You have a very delicate system. You're very spiritual, you have a delicate system, and you need to keep your system straight rather than push in so many directions. There is a lady here. She's not too tall, and she has grayish hair and it's pulled back, and she's wearing brownish glasses, and I'm getting a motherly rate of vibration with this lady. And she's wearing a house dress, I'd say from the 40s. And she says, you're doing very well. You're doing very well. Your life is on track. And I want to thank you for that. Avery.
Good morning.
Good morning. Two moccasins. Oh. What have you been up to?
Working very hard.
No, you haven't.
Okay.
You could be working harder. You could be working harder. This gentleman, he wants to push you. He said, you're not using your full potential.
Okay.
Right now, you're concentrating on your spiritual side. It's time to concentrate on your material side and move forward. You can do more than what you're doing now. Thanks for that. I'm also getting the picture of a horse. And to me, horses are always strong, and they're capable of moving, and they go very quickly, and they're beautiful. And this horse is behind you, and it's pushing your back.
Mm-hmm.
So if you find someone pushing your back, move ahead.
Okay.
I have someone here. As I've been sitting here, I keep being shown a collection of books, like college books, that type of books, and they're piled up in one direction. You've been working on this way or that way. The books, follow the books. You know in your heart what you want to do. Follow the books. That's where you should be going. Thank you. Robert?
Yes.
You're doing very well with interpreting what I want to say. However, you're so serious. People like to laugh. In my time, you had to be serious or no one would listen to you. And they were used to sermons for 2 or 3 hours. But this is a different time. Be lighter. Put some I want to say humor
Yeah.
in your talks, in your life too. I'm very grateful that I'm able to work through you.
Thank you. Thank you for that. I am too.
And now I'd like to thank everyone for being here. And it's a little early, but I don't think we'll mind getting out of this hot room. O God of peace, before we part, send kind angels to each heart. Lead us, we pray, with loving hands until we reach the summer land. Goodbye, and 2 weeks, third Sunday.
Okay. Thank you, Sandy.